and welcome back to Breaking Bread. We're here in the beautiful church of St. Anthony, St. Alphonsus in the Greenpoint section of Brooklyn.
Now, this neighborhood has traditionally had a very large Polish population. So naturally, a large number of the parishioners here are of Polish descent as well.
But you know, Tati, that hasn't always been the case. In fact, when this parish was founded over 150 years ago, there were many Italian immigrants. But I think what has attracted so many of the immigrants to this parish is the beautiful Gothic architecture in which this church is constructed, very much like the churches in Europe.
Okay.
As you can see in the very tall columns and the magnificent stained glass windows, make this church one of the most beautiful churches in all of Brooklyn. But the beauty doesn't end there.
Right.
On the outside, the beautiful red brick, white limestone trim, and the 240-foot spire make this church visible throughout this whole neighborhood. In fact, this church has been used in many movies and on many television shows as a backdrop.
Wow.
And although this parish, like the neighborhood, has gone through many changes over the last 150 years, the one thing that has remained constant, this church and parish is very much alive. In fact, in 1975, it was merged with St. Alphonsus and became St. Anthony, St. Alphonsus Church. And although it has gone through many changes, the one thing that has remained constant is that this church is still the center of this community, very much alive and visible.
Great. And now we're going to head off to another place that's considered a staple in Greenpoint. This restaurant is considered one of the very favorites of the parishioners here at St. Anthony, St. Alphonsus. Check it out.
Let's go.
Our next spot is just 2 blocks away from St. Anthony, St. Alphonsus, and this place is really popular in this neighborhood. And not only for its home-style Polish cooking, but because it's a get-together spot. So let's go inside and find out what's got people coming back here again and again. Owner of Damis. We're finally in the house. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Good. So the first thing I just have to know is, what is the name Damis?
Damis is a combined name of our 2 sons because my wife didn't want to put the restaurant on her name. I didn't want to put it on my name. So we put it on our son's name. And D.A. means Daniel and M.I.S. means arm. It's from the Three Musketeers. So
Great.
Damis.
So tell me, how long has the restaurant been here?
We've been here about 28, 29 months.
So a little over 2 years?
A little over 2 years.
Right.
Yeah.
The one thing that I've definitely noticed here is the variety and the range in people that are in here. We see the construction people here on lunch. We see people saying they're here from Jersey.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, how do you get all these different kind of people to come in here?
Well, we are on the internet, you know. We are in a lot of papers, you know, and so a lot of people want to see, because as you could see, we have a little stuffed animals, you know, so, and they want to see it because in Greenpoint it's nothing like us, nothing even comparable, you know, and especially because we serve excellent food. That's the main thing.
Tell me, what would you say is your #1 specialty dish here?
The trout.
The trout.
The trout, yes, the fish.
Okay, now is that a traditional Polish dish?
Yes, it is a traditional Polish dish.
Okay, so how close do you stay to like traditional Polish recipes?
We do a lot of them creative, but most of them, our food are, you know, like from traditional wise. We also serve, we have a lard here, and it's a very old recipe. It's about 100-year-old recipe.
Okay, tell us what we're going to make today.
We're going to make the trout.
Okay.
And that's, just a couple of guys came in and they want to have that. So let's go and ask them. How's that?
Let's go.
Dzień dobry. Przepraszam, że jeszcze raz pytam się, ale panowie, myślę, że to samo chcą, co zawsze. Tak, dziękuję bardzo. 3 razy herbatka i 3 razy pstrągi, tak? Dziękuję bardzo.
That means we'll have the trout. All right, so we're in the kitchen here at Damis, and Anya is going to make us their famous trout, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so what's step one?
All right, step one is she's putting on the secret.
Okay.
Możesz robić? Możesz robić? Możesz włożyć troszeczkę.
Some seasoning.
Seasoning, that's
So I see
right.
black pepper, but then you have some secret spices
Yes,
too, right?
Yes, she's gonna do it later. You'll see that.
All right. Put it in a little
And
flour.
the flour, yes.
Okay. Both sides really well. Looks good, looks good.
How we going
and
there?
straight to the pan.
That's right.
So it's a pan-fried trout then?
No, not exactly.
Not exactly?
It's just like 10, 12-minute process. A lot of people doing the trout, and they do it similar, but they don't put the wine in there.
Okay.
So she's putting the wine in there, you know, and then it goes one more time in the salamander. That's what it makes it special.
Halfway done already. Wow, that cooked quickly.
Well, it's fish. You know, it doesn't need a lot. Once the fish comes out of the pan, you can say it's already done.
Okay.
But the taste it gives it when it goes in the salamander. That's the secret.
Yeah.
Exactly. Half of the time in the pan and half of the time over there. So it gets the color, you know, nice and, you know, crispy, you know, on top.
Brown, appetizing.
Exactly, crispy, you know.
So what kind of vegetables are we talking about?
Exactly what you see here. Peppers,
right.
cauliflower, cucumbers,
Cucumbers, broccoli,
and zucchini, you know.
And
So
zucchini.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Now she's trying, you know, to a little bit fry the vegetable.
Okay.
You know,
In a
it's
little
not
butter.
exactly.
Not fry, just kind of saute it a little bit.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, it's a little bit, you know, a lot of cholesterol, which I'm not supposed to eat.
Right.
But I do love it because the trout, you know, it's not as much, you know, cholesterol because if the butter wouldn't be in there, you know, it
Right.
would be less. But it's very healthy. Trout is very healthy, you know.
And you know
So as
what?
you can see
It's
now,
worth
you're
the
going to
wait.
put it on the plate,
Okay.
like right here. As you saw today, right, those three gentlemen, the two
Right.
gentlemen and the lady, they come always once a week only for the trout.
Wow.
There we go, and this is the way we serve the trout.
That looks great.
Comes a piece of lemon on top. There we go, and voila.
This is beautiful, and I know it may take a couple minutes, but this is definitely worth the wait. Thank you, Anya.
Thank you.
very much.
And you know this is the best part of the show. Let's break bread.
That's right.
So as you can see here at Damis, you will get a hearty meal, but this is also the place where people come to gather. So make sure you come down with your friends and family when you're in Greenpoint. Now, write down the information on your screen, and I'm going to get started.